Joe Azrak comes to us as the chairman of the 195 Commission for these past several years, having worked in the private sector, taken on this public service, and done a remarkable job leading this commission. Joe Azrak, please take the podium. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Stefan. Hope you don't mind if I keep this on, but I don't have much protection up top here, so I'm going to do that. Good morning. Actually, it's not a good morning. It is a great morning for Providence and for Rhode Island. And it's my honor to serve as the chair of the I-195 Redevelopment District Commission and to introduce Governor Raimondo. But before introducing the governor, I want to recognize a number of parties who have been instrumental in the realization of the Innovation Center building for which we have come together to break ground today. The first phase of this project is about 200,000 square feet, but it is a three-phase project that will be almost 1 million square feet of mixed-use development space that will, to be completed, which will advance knowledge-based employment in the region. One thing everyone should remember, this is just the beginning. This is just the first phase of a multi-phase mixed-use project. And for those of you who are fans of eating pickles, you will know what I mean when I say the first phase, the first project, is like getting the first pickle out of a jar. It's extremely difficult, almost impossible. The second pickle is hard, but not as hard as the first. And by the time you get to the third pickle, they practically jump into your mouth. So we've got the first pickle out of the jar, and the rest are going to be progressively easier. Thank you. Early in my career, I learned that without tenants, there can be no development. So I want to begin by thanking Brown University, Cambridge Innovation Centers, and Johnson & Johnson for becoming the cornerstone tenants in the development of the Innovation District. You may be our first tenants, but you will not be our last. We know you will grow and require more space, and more tenants like you will be coming to Rhode Island and the Innovation District in the future. Thank you, all of you, for your confidence and support of Rhode Island, Providence, and the Innovation District. I also learned early on that capital is the lifeblood of real estate development. Equally important with the tenants are the investors who supply the capital to make the development possible. First and foremost, I want to thank the people of Rhode Island, represented by their elected representatives in the General Assembly and the Governor's Office, for entrusting the Commission with their tax dollars to create the economic incentives that have made this project viable. In particular, on behalf of the Commission, I want to thank the legislative leadership, President Ruggiero and Speaker Mattiello, for your support over the past 2 years. I also want to recognize Providence Mayor Alorza and its City Council for supporting the 195 land with favorable property tax stabilization agreement. Thank you, one and all. Bringing the Innovation Center to fruition required a true public-private partnership, and we are fortunate to have Ventas and Wexford Science and Technology as investors and partners in this project. Thank you for your capital, investment, and the development skill that has brought us here today. Where's Jim? Jim, Stefan and I will miss our weekly conference calls with you on Phase 1, but we hope they will begin again very soon for Phase 2. So I'm going to keep that on my calendar. Needless to say, many people at the I-195 Commission and Commerce Department have labored long and hard over the past 2 years to create the Innovation Center. Secretary Pryor and the team at Commerce, led by Jesse Saglio, have been true partners every step of the way and were instrumental in helping put all of the pieces of a very complex economic development puzzle together. My fellow commissioners have endured countless meetings and hearings and have provided insightful guidance as we made our path from development concept to reality. None more so than our Vice Chairman, Bob Davis, who lent his considerable expertise in real estate development law to addressing a number of complex issues. The Commission staff, led by our Executive Director, Peter McNally, demonstrated extraordinary commitment, competence, and resourcefulness in representing the public's interest in this project. They delicately balanced a myriad of competing interests to create an attractive, economically viable, and mutually beneficial development plan for the Innovation Center project. To all of you, thank you. Finally, I want to introduce the individual without whom this project would literally not have been possible. Governor Gina Raimondo proposed the I-195 Fund, which provided the economic incentives necessary to bring anchor tenants Inventos and Wexford Science and Technology to the Innovation District. She was our biggest cheerleader and was instrumental in giving our cornerstone tenants the confidence to commit to lease space in this project years before it would be completed. Whenever we hit an insurmountable object, Gina was there with a helping hand to get us over or around it. Governor, thank you.